Well, hello there, guys. Out for another adventure today in a spot not far from some previous videos. And I thought I'd look for more petroglyphs because I know there are some up along this canyon in places, and I haven't seen them. So a few minutes ago, I set out and climbed up this ledge and got into a little box canyon, and I found a couple of things. So I want to share that with you. So let's get exploring. So as I rounded this turn right here, looked up and saw a couple of just faint marks here. There's some recent historic stuff. Probably not too recent. And there's some older stuff up higher. Some of that has been chalked in and vandalized a bit. Let's see what we can find, see what we can make out here. Looks like there's potentially quite a bit here on this wall to explore. So let's dive in. As I look at this, I'm trying to decide the best way to get up to see all this. There is a ledge right here that I could stand on, and I may get up there in just a minute. This looks like a good viewpoint, so we can see some of the petroglyphs along this edge. It may be harder to see once we're up closer. Some of these are very, very weathered and hard to see, but I'll see if I can find ways to mark these in a little clearer as we get in post-processing. But really cool sight. I'm glad I found this today. Up here, a little higher above that first ledge, so I first noticed these historic marks. Probably a rancher at some time. And up higher, we've got some more as well. These are the ones I mentioned were chalked in. Let's see if I can get a little closer look. So here I am on this first ledge. This little anthropomorph here looks a bit more recent than the rest. But there are some pretty deep stuff here next to it. It's quite interesting. This guy with the 3 lines on his head kind of reminds me of stuff that I saw down on the Arizona Strip, about 50 miles away. Some cool stuff here today. Let's see if I can get up on this ledge. Well, maybe it's just part of getting older or wiser. I just don't see a good, easy way to stand here and know that I'm not going to fall off. Let's see what we can explore from here. Let's zoom in on a couple of these. Ooh, there's some spirals. So here we've got some spirals that are kind of interesting. I wonder if there's some sort of shadow pattern that gets on these on occasion. Let's keep these in the screen. There could very well be shadows during certain parts of the year on those. There we go. Got a couple of anthros there. These appear to have been chalked in a bit. Kind of cool. And some others right here. I think we've got something right here with some cool stuff for sure. And here's just another view of the stuff along this ledge. As I get in different views and different shadows, things seem to stand out a little better. That little turkey type mark seems to be fairly recent. Some of these around it are not quite so recent. Like this up here. This panel right there is kind of interesting. Kind of almost more of an archaic petroglyph method and style. And you can see these have, the patina has really developed in these. And then if we go up this next wall, got some interesting glyphs in there as well. Very neat stuff. Got a couple of things scratched in here, and I'm not sure how old they are. Some of it definitely seems more recent. But I think these have been chalked in. They pretty much definitely look like it. Oh, hey. And on this, there's a spiral here as well. Let's see if I can point that out in post. Cool stuff. Neat wall here. Oh, there's another anther there that I hadn't noticed. That's kind of a cool one. Very neat stuff. Well, this is interesting. I came around this to get a little different view. You can see this goat or sheep of some sort, zoomorph. And that's interesting. Very well carved, very distinct, and some interesting patterns here as well. Interesting find. Interesting morning. Well, and this is why I look everywhere. Got some more painted glyphs here on the ceiling of this little alcove. So let's get up closer and take another look. There's some cool stuff up there. Well, this is kind of interesting. At first I thought that might be a person on horseback or something like that, a more modern glyph. That appears to be two people like 90 degrees apart and intersecting there in their centers. That's kind of cool. Next to we've got this anthropomorph here, and almost like a hourglass figure. That's interesting. Got some more smaller marks here as well. It looks to be a small or small zoomorph, excuse me. Some other lines here. Zoom out a little bit. And some more lines here that are painted on the ceiling. Kind of looks like a anthropomorph here as well. Kind of interesting. Well, this is an interesting site. I'm glad I came up here. Definitely some cool stuff to see, some stuff I hadn't seen before. And that's sometimes the most fun. Just all the stuff. So, there's more maybe this way. So, let's keep going. And that site we were just viewing is just right here by this spring that has been seeping out here for probably thousands of years. So, it's always a good spot to look. If there's water, there have been people here. Well, this has been a fun hike so far. I really enjoy some of these smaller finds. Some of the people don't see quite as often. Neat stuff. I'm glad I'm here. Well, here's a view of that panel we were at a little while ago. Maybe we can see a little more of of the images that are here. Kind of gives a different view from being up quite a bit higher than the panel and from a distance. So, what a cool sight. Neat find. Glad I decided to go to this canyon instead of the other 30 or 40 I could have gone to. But very nice. Well, I think I exhausted all the little alcoves on the other side of the canyon. So I'm heading over here to the other side, or to this side, however you want to term it. Let's see what we can find here. It is a beautiful day though. Every day is a nice day to be outdoors. I guess it's about time to call it a day. I haven't found anything for the last little bit. I've still got some more sand to walk through. Time to head home, have a cold beer, and enjoy the afternoon. Sort of the ball for the dogs. A time or two or 500 or so. Cheers all, bye. Shoes are about full of sand. There's first shoe. And let's see what we get out of the other. And second shoe. Yes, that doesn't count what's already in my socks. But we've got a bit of sand to go, so I guess I'm going to call it a day.